What's going on, everyone? It's Adam here from No Shelf Space, and today we are looking at everything you get for the Ranger in Mythwind. Now, if you saw either of my other videos for the Farmer or for the Crafter, they had little bags that they got to put tokens in. No cool little bags with the Ranger, but he's got a bunch of other little tricks up his sleeve. But first, as always, let's take a peek at the Ranger's Journal. In the Ranger's Journal, you're going to get all the information for the Ranger, including everything included that you should be putting into the box when you're unboxing this for the first time, and then step-by-step setup for what you need to do to get the Ranger ready to play. And he's got a bunch of card decks and things that you're going to need to lay out, so make sure you have room around your board for this one, because there's a lot of stuff you need to lay out and a lot of things you got to keep track of. So make sure you're reading this very carefully as it talks about stock and inventory and the various items you can use. It'll walk you through all the different phases, dawn, daytime, and dusk, and what you'll be doing in those phases. Again, there's a little bit more going on with the Ranger in terms of some of the things he can do, and they're a little bit more complicated than maybe the Crafter or the Farmer. So just give this book a good read so you really know what you're doing when you play this character. Maybe try one of the other characters first to where you're comfortable doing the 3 phases, and then move on to the Ranger. But it's got a lot more going on. Just by the way I flip through this book compared to when I flip through the other books, you can tell how much more there is going on for the Ranger. But there you go. They'll have all that information. They'll also have a breakdown of all his effects, as well as all of his skills that you can earn and what they do. It'll have a saving the game section, as all the other characters do. So if you want to save the Ranger to play him later, it'll tell you where you put everything. And you can do that and store all your good stuff for when you want to play next time. And of course, on the back, a handy little guide about how or what all the symbols mean for when you're playing the Ranger. So you can just set that beside you and quickly look at it when you need a quick reference. But let's get into the tray itself. Again, we're going to take off the lid, and we're going to start with what's common across all the characters, and that is this section right here. Again, this is your workers, whether you're aligned with your sprites or the workers or villagers. You can take these specific actions, and then you can activate any skills you might have unlocked. You're going to be placing dice here to take worker actions. Underneath this board is where we have the various skill tokens stored. You'll put these beside the board while you're playing in case you want to upgrade one, so you don't have to keep pulling this thing off. But you'll put them beside the board. But when you're ready to pack up and save the game, you can put them right here. You got a little extra space there for coins or anything else you're going to carry over from turn to turn. All right, underneath the Ranger header, this is what it'll look like before you play. But when you start playing, you're going to flip it over and put the Ranger header like this. Now, the Ranger's got a couple different things going on. He's got a town where he can go to town, or an expedition if he's on an expedition, which can take multiple days. So, you know, your character might be in town, or he could be on an expedition, in which case you're just going to place him there to show that he's away from town right now on a couple-day expedition. And then, of course, he's got this middle area right here where he can pay a certain amount of coins to up the communal resources on the main board. There's a lot of cards for the expedition. Right here we have item cards, backpacks, things like that. Fur, leather, maybe that might be food, maps. There we go. It's just a bunch of different items you can get and that you'll be using along the way. You'll have to earn those to get them, and it'll just help you out on your expedition. Now, this is where things get a little dicey, because this tray is set up a little differently. Here is your main tracker tray. You're going to be tracking things right here. I don't have a really great handle on how the Ranger plays, which is fine, because this is not a how to play video. It's just showing you what you got. But this is kind of all of your, as you can see here. Oops. You can't see, my thumb's covering it. But this is all your stock, and you'll be tracking it up here with your little stock tracker tab. I'm just setting those aside so that we can get into some of these other things. These are expedition cards, and depending on what kind of expedition you're going on, there are level 3 cards, level 2 cards, and level 1 cards, and they all require and give you different things. And again, you should consult the rule book so you know how that works. But if you're ever saving the game for later, this is where you can store expeditions. This is where you can store some of your items that you're carrying over. Those are your items, and that's your current expedition that you're on. If your expedition carries over, I would assume if it carries over a season, right here, depending on what kind of expedition you're going to do, it's going to tell you what kind of cards you got to put into that expedition deck. But that goes right there. This goes, I just lost the tracker piece. Oh no, it's right there. There we go. All right, so that goes there. You'll save that. You put this on top, and you got your little tracker piece right there. I do believe if you want, you could store your tracker piece right over there in that slot, but I don't know why you would when you can just track it right there. But anyways, guys, that is everything you get if you play as the Ranger in Mythwind. As some people have been doing, you can take your Ranger book and just lay it nicely on top like that, and take your little cover and plop it on just like that. So if you're playing the Ranger, that is everything you'll get in your Ranger tray. Guys, if you like this video, please check out all the other great Mythwind content I'm putting up on the site. I'm making these all individual videos so people can just watch short hits, get a little information on the specific character they want, so they know maybe how I stored everything or what they should have, etc., etc. This is not a how to play. This is simply kind of an unboxing what you get in the box. They are doing a reprint of this in March 2024. So if you're watching this before March, there's a link down below. You can click it and you can hop over there and follow that. So when it goes live, you get notified. If you're watching this around March, I guess the campaign might be live. So good luck, get your stuff, enjoy. If you're watching this after March and the campaign's ended, I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully you can maybe add stuff on through the backer kit or whatever they're using, but you missed out, maybe. So don't miss out. Hit that link. Watch the video now and hit that link down below. Get yourself notified. But until next time, folks, thanks for watching, and we'll chat again real soon. Goodbye.